Oh, hello. So I'm doing a video diary. It's been a little while. I kind of, is that a mess? A mess. It's been a while. I was kind of psyching myself up about it. And you know, I found myself kind of rehearsing a bit too much throughout the day on what I might talk about, and I think that almost defeats the purpose, you know? It's like I'm trying to eliminate the idea that there's a camera here and just be real, you know? So I'm not gonna rehearse, I'm just gonna kind of wing it. Got some things in the back of my mind to talk about. I got some songs to play. These are two of my original songs. The working title of the first one being Just Don't It, like just do it, but like don't, or the To Don't list. And it's a sister song with a song called The Top of the List. So I'm going to play those in order. Enjoy. Strap on right. Trim in tune, alright. is good. Hey, we're playing hide and seek. Jealous king is coming down, talking like he wants me dead. But of all those kids, my grandmother picked you, always on the top of the list. kind of a long one, or those two especially together. But yeah, I like this song. Those are fun. It occurred to me after I started that I may have already played those ones. Let's see here. Okay, I thought I wasn't recording for a second. Anyway. There's something that I wanted to touch on. I guess something I've been thinking about a lot lately, because it was something that caused me a great deal of conflict and stress and shame, kind of, and humiliation. But I've come to terms with it. Haha, that's a funny word I used, terms. Came to terms with it. Because terminology, termsism, has a lot to do with what I'm talking about. So my point is, I'll get straight to it. There was a point in time when I believed that I was a second coming of Jesus Christ. Now, I realize how that sounds. I always understood like how that sounds, but I just thought that I was seeing something other people weren't, you know, I mean, and I was raised, you know, my dad's not religious, never has been. My mom isn't per se religious, but she is. Like, she's not a hardcore churchgoer, but she would try to get us to go to church when I was a kid. But either way, she's a God-fearing woman, and I'm not blaming her for any of this. It's just like, you know, I was raised in a culture that's primarily Christian, and so these were terms I was familiar with, and I was kind of taught that, like, Jesus Christ is all there is, you know. That's like the best you can be, and you'll never be as good, you know, like, but, so there's that, you know, terms I was familiar with, and, like, association to this, like, intuition, like, you know, you're told that God is your creator, or whatever, so it's like, I never firmly believed in that stuff, but I did have this sense that, well, there's something there, and I feel connected to it, and I guess that's God, you know? So I was afraid to not believe, or just, you know, I just didn't really know what I believed. I just know I didn't like going to church, but that situation on top of these other experiences I'd had, that now I can't say exactly what a lot of these experiences are, but they are undeniable. Like, something, you know, has happened several times. I'm not talking about like a specific thing, just wacky things, like odd things that I can't overlook, that many people would just chalk up to fucking, oh, it's just coincidence. But what is coincidence, you know? Like, I guess some people would say just random chaos, I don't know, that you're having this personal attachment to, but is completely disconnected from you. But that's not how I see it. I see it as like little, I don't know, synchronicity. That's how I see it, which I've talked about. But hold on, let me back up here. I got a little lost. So what I had experienced led me to believe that whatever I am, not Roderick, but the force behind me, is all there is. And it's the same thing that's in every person, and every living thing, and is, you know, you hear that? Yeah, I don't know, it's a vast thing to talk about. You know, it's like such a massive undertaking trying to describe something that's indescribable. But that's why I'm focusing on the Jesus Christ thing today. So, I thought, and, I've suffered over the years, and I'm not complaining at all. Like, I am who I am today because of decisions I made. So, but my point is, I wound up with all these scars in the same places on my body as Jesus Christ has scars, including on my feet, even from like picking and cutting and shit like that when I was really messed up on drugs and really depressed and confused and shit. And so, it's like I didn't know how to reconcile these things that I was experiencing, and I interpreted it at one point as, well, I must be a second coming of Jesus Christ, but I thought anybody could be, and it was a matter of like being enlightened and awake or whatever. And I see still kind of Jesus Christ to be symbol as a kind of Buddha, like I'm not, like I said, religious or anything, but still, I think that's all that was. I don't believe that anyone is more special than anyone else, or more valuable, or it's like I don't think God has children. I mean, depending on how you want to look at God, if your idea of God is everything, then God is infinite children, but maybe not infinite, but like billions. Plus all the animals. That's so many children. God damn. Well, I think that's it. I'm already at like 20 minutes, so that's good. I'm just gonna, I don't know, I guess I've got to do this on camera. I couldn't wait until I turned it off. But it's because I'm trying to forget there's a camera there. Just trying to act natural and blah blah fucking blah. All that shit. Thanks for watching.